All right, friends, welcome back. We are getting started for literacy time, okay? So we have a story that we are going to read, and then in your folder, you should have this bed photo, and then there was a worksheet with all of these pictures on them, okay? So if you have these, if you can go ahead and see if you're grown up or you can start cutting them out while we read, we are going to put this together. We are going to use our skills of listening skills to find out what happens first, next, and last to put our things on the bed, okay? But we need to listen while we're doing the story. So I need you to have these ready to go, and I need you to have your glue stick ready to go, okay? So while I'm reading, we're gonna pause in between, and we're gonna put these on the bed according to what goes first, okay? So these, your bed, and glue you should have right now. All right, so I am going to put these pictures right here so I can see them. All right, there we go. I can see my little pictures. And I have my worksheet. Uh-oh. And I have my glue. And I'm going to put my glue right here so I am ready to go. All right, we are going to start by reading The Napping House by Audrey Wood and Don Wood. So this story takes place in a house. The setting, the where, is in a house, specifically on a bed. Where, okay? So that is our setting of the story. There is a house. See our house? A napping house where everyone is sleeping. Everyone is sleeping in the house. And in that house, there is a bed, a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. So there's our bed. Let's find out who's on the bed. And on that bed, there is a granny, a snoring granny on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. So who's on the bed? Our granny. So we have to find our granny. Remember, granny could be another word for grandma, abuela, whatever you want. Whatever you say, you could say nana, grammy. So I have our granny. Now I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back, and I'm going to put her on the bed first, okay? So you have your granny on the bed. Just like the story, we have our granny on the bed. All right, let's see what's next. And on that granny, there is a child, a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. So who's on top of the granny? The child. So now I'm going to find my picture of a child. Right here, child. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back. And I'm going to put it on top of my granny. So now I have my granny and my child. Just like in the story, we have granny and child. Let's see what's next. And on that child, there is a dog, a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. So now we have a dog. A dog. So go ahead and find your dog picture. So here's my dog. Dog. And go ahead and put a little bit of glue on the back of your dog. Dog. Good job. So now I have my granny, my child, and my dog, just like here. Granny, child, dog. Let's see what's next. And on that dog, there is a cat, a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. So now we have the cat. So find your picture of the cat. Here's my cat. Now I'm going to put a little bit of glue, and I'm going to put my cat on top. Here we go. So now I have my granny, the child, the dog, and the cat. Let's see what's next. And on that cat, there is a mouse, a slumbering mouse, on a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. So now we have a mouse. So find your picture of a mouse. I found my mouse, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue and stick it on top. All right, let's see what's next. And on that mouse, there is a flea. Can it be a wakeful flea on a slumbering mouse, on a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping? So now if you look really, really close, right on top, you see that there is a flea on top of our mouse. So here's our flea. You're going to put a little bit of glue, and we're going to put it on top. All right, let's see what happens next. A wakeful flea who bites the mouse. So our flea bit our mouse. Oh no! Who scares the cat? So now this cat is scared. Who claws the dog? Who thumps the child? So the child went jumping up in the air. Who bumps the granny? Oh no. Who breaks the bed? They broke the bed. In a napping house where no one is sleeping. They all woke up now. They did, because the flea woke up the mouse, and the mouse woke up the cat, and the cat woke up the dog, and the dog woke up a child, and the child woke up a granny. Wow, that was a fun story. Thank you for putting that story together with me. The last thing that we did in our literacy lesson was talk about, and you can do this with your grandma or grown-up, whoever's in your house, you are going to ask them, and you are going to go through the rooms of your house. So what rooms could you have in a house? And you can brainstorm and use your brain to think. What rooms do you have in a house? When I think of a room, I think of this story, and I think that they were in a bedroom. A bedroom. You could also think of, where do you cook? In the kitchen. Where do you use the toilet? In the bathroom. So go through and think of all the rooms in your house, and you can explore those rooms in your house, practice going to those rooms in your house so you know all the names of those rooms. So go ahead and do that activity. And then you guys are going to log into Seesaw, and actually what you're going to do is complete this little book right here. Okay, so you're going to go through and read this book, and you're just going to read this with your grown-up, looking at different houses, because some people live in houses, some people live in apartments, some people live in igloos, some people live in tents, some people live in RVs, some people live in cars. We all can live in different places. So this kind of goes through all the different places that you could live All right, so you're gonna go through this, and on the last page, this is what I want to see. You are gonna write, I live in blank, and you're gonna tell me. You can tell me what you live in. So I live in an apartment, so I would put apartment, but you can write whatever you want to write here, and then I want you to try and draw your home, okay? So you are going to draw your home, and then you are gonna take a picture or a video of this last page, and you are going to put it in the blue box next to me in Seesaw, okay? Because there is me giving these instructions on Seesaw. So go ahead and log into Seesaw and do that activity, and I will see you later for math. And for math, make sure that you have orange paper. It should be like this. You have a green piece of paper. Make sure that it is not, some of you might have a green piece of paper that looks like this, a square. Don't use the perfect square, okay? That is for a different activity. I want you to use one that's like a half sheet, okay? So that is what you guys are gonna need. And you will need brown, okay? So these were all sent home, so you will need these 3. And then you will need this that says pumpkin on it, okay? So this is what we will need for math. And then later for math, you will be doing this activity, but this will be on your own. So if you want, you can get this ready because you guys will be doing this later. All right, I will see you later for math. Bye-bye.